Hello, everyone. Hey, Witchy Nicole. Hi, David. Welcome. Um, I'm sure everyone watched Jamie's live last night. It was very disappointing in what happened with Tiff. I don't know what the hell what got into her. Everybody. It was like shocking as hell. Hey, Michelle K. Hi, Riff. Yeah, it was like shocking as hell, but I wasn't surprised at all. In a way, it was a big disappointment. Hi, Patty. It was a big disappointment. It was, Michelle. It was very hard to listen to. Within a few hours, I had to turn it off. And I had to go over to Tiffany's last night. And I had to tell her to stop lying to everybody. Because we all heard the audio. We all heard that nasty audio with her calling Jeff the F word. How many times was it? I lost count. And my jaw dropped. My jaw dropped. I says, whoa. She uses that language on a daily basis? And the other language, it was like, oh my. It's like I wasn't shocked, but I was in a way, the way she presented herself on here, also. Because I didn't know exactly what was going on behind the scenes with Jamie and Tiff the last few weeks. But I made a comment on her video, or was it her community post? I forget which. Yeah, that's another lie, which Nicole, I don't buy that for a minute. Her involvement with Sandy Hook was a lie. But I went over to her community wall, or her video, and I commented underneath. And she told me that everyone turned on her. So I asked her what happened. You know? Why did everyone turn on you? And then she says, because Jamie came in to her chat and was rude. Her words, not mine. And she said it was a long story, boring story. This was just the gist of it. And it didn't make sense. I says, wait a minute. There's more to this than Jamie just going into her chat and being a little rude. I didn't quite believe her. And then I saw last night's live and it all made sense. You know, it's yeah. And then I saw Siren's community post, and I never heard or saw proof of what he said until last night. And I says, okay, that was an experience that I won't forget anytime soon on here that recording. I don't know if it was a recording or he was actually talking to Jeff or what the deal was on that. But Michelle K, if Jamie came out with this, he would have had lots of support, everybody. But here's what I knew from the time Jamie started dating. I knew Tiffany had issues with jealousy. I was told to beware of Tiffany. She has these issues. And I was given Ariana. Sorry about the echo, everybody. Took care of that. But she had these issues with jealousy and rage. And I was like, okay, some ladies get jealous. I says, okay. And absolutely what you call. It was with the jealousy and then with the false accusations. So then a day or two later, when I heard this, I saw the incident in Jamie's chat with Sarah, Drama Unleashed or Drama After Dark, getting banned in Jamie's chat. And I'm like, whoa, it's. And then the accusations going back and forth. So I never saw any proof whatsoever of Sarah reporting her page, Tiffany's page. No proof whatsoever. And then Scotty came up and accused her of all this other crap, and I didn't see proof of that either. She sent screenshots of blah 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 blah, meant nothing, right? Everybody, does everyone remember that day when Scotty came up and sent Jamie screenshots accusing Sarah of all this shit that wasn't true? Her screenshots and proof meant nothing. So I did the right thing and I defended Sarah. I saw no proof of her doing anything wrong. I saw no proof of Sarah doing anything wrong. So why should she get the slack for it? Why should Sarah get the slack for with no proof presented whatsoever? And it didn't happen once, it happened twice. Just because Tiffany was jealous that Jamie was talking to another woman, there was nothing romantic going on, Tiffany. You can't talk to another female without you going bonkers. There's something wrong with that. True, Nicole, but he was doing this because Jamie mentioned last night that he was doing it to other females. He showed those receipts last night, and I said, "Oh, Sarah wasn't the only one." So she was messaging Jamie, having a hissy fit, stamping her feet, wanting people banned, and they were all females that she had a problem with. They were not together, but they're friends. That's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. Tiff would be threatened by any female. I think it's more than that. You know, it's getting to the point where it's creepy. I knew about that a long time ago, but I just said, okay, it's a relationship. It's none of our business. Let's just let it go. Let's give Tiffany a chance. Every female has issues. I don't know if it's psychopathy. We're not doctors, but you have a point there, asshole. She does want total control. Just because a male talks to another female doesn't mean that they're hitting the sheets. Doesn't people realize this? Not everything has to be sexual. Yikes. And there's nothing wrong with that, David A. There's nothing wrong with that. Oh, I'm so sorry, Red Door. I hope you get better. My thoughts and prayers are with you, Red Door. Yeah, it's getting to the point where you can't talk to another male. You can't talk to another female. People's sexual preferences are becoming public display. You know, it's getting to the point. But not everyone's like this. So let's just put it at that. But then, yeah, but people don't realize, asshole, that women are not always the victims of domestic violence. It could be the men too. Because Tiffany sounded like the abuser on the tape, on the phone. She didn't sound like the victim to me. And that so-called picture that she sent, it looked like blush. It could have been blush, or she hit herself with something. She could have bumped her face or something. It looked so minor. Because I've seen real pictures of domestic violence victims, and they don't look like it. Like your knee getting. How did she describe it, everybody? Jeff's knee was. She was assaulted with Jeff's knee into the face. That injury don't match up with her story. I'm sorry. I had an aunt that was a domestic violence victim. And the bastard used to make marks, but never on the face. This was in the 40s. Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad men are finally speaking up about this. And I'm speaking up about this because it needs to be talked about. Because Tiffany is sending messages to Jamie saying, I love you. I love you. And then she's going over to, what's her name? Pesky, AJ, CJ. What's the other Scuzz Bucket's name? Granny. Granny's watching. Jessica. And she's hate bonding with them. And Lauren and all them. Scotty. You name it. She's doing that behind Jamie's back when she's sending messages, I love you. And then she's accusing Jamie of sleeping with Amber. What the fuck? They're not together. Jamie could do what the fuck he wants to do. Yep. Witchy Nicole, that's correct. Tiffany does need to move on. Absolutely. But she goes over there and expects us to understand everybody. Absolutely. Correct. Absolutely correct. If Jamie and Amber were an item, we wish them well, and it's their business, not of Tiffany's. Tiffany defended Jenny and Johnny, and now she's friends with Scotty. There's something wrong with this situation. And you know, the thing is, I sat there and I defended Tiffany. I do not agree with what Granny's watching was doing to her. I didn't agree with what AJ was doing to her. I didn't agree with what CJ was doing to her. And it was called out. They are insane. Them? Yup. You get a truth bomb for that one because it's to the point where, wow, it's so these people who constantly tormented Tiffany, she's now going over there and saying, let's be friends. I don't get that. Just because the relationship didn't work out, and this is what's so disappointing. And now the truth is coming out about the other men she did wrong. Whoa. Weren't we a bunch of idiots? Of course they will, Nicole. Don't they always? And I don't agree with Sharon V and Survivor Girl. They're trash too. Who actually goes, finds Tiffany's revenge porn online and plays the audio? And then takes swipes at Jamie. What did Jamie do to them too? Nothing. Just because they didn't like Tiff doesn't give them a license to go open season on people. But the one thing I disagree with last night is people said that Tiffany does not have a job. Well, she sort of does. I didn't want to say anything earlier, but I'm going to explain the revenge porn to everybody. She sometimes works as a cam model. You know, where she goes on cam, webcam, and gets tips. Now that's where the revenge porn came from. Now that's no license for Sharon V and what's her name, Survivor Girl or CJ or any of them to pass it around and yeah, Riff. That's the truth on that. So that wasn't said in that recording. Last night, so she's on and off again employed. Let's just put it that way. Absolutely. It's sad, Michelle K. The whole situation is sad. I even said this before after they broke up. we wouldn't turn on her just because the relationship didn't work out. Look at Jamie and Sarah. The relationship didn't work out, but Sarah's a great person, right? Everybody, nobody turned on her. Am I right? So when Tiffany told me everyone turned on her because Jamie got a little rude in her chat and she called him out on it, I smelled bullshit right there and then. It didn't make sense. Sometimes when it doesn't make sense, it isn't true. No, it wasn't a strip joint. It was like on the computer. Doing it. So I'll just leave that there. I don't want to get too far into it. Right, Riff. We were still cool with Tiff after the breakup, but we weren't aware of some of the stuff she was doing behind the scenes. And I sent her an email. I forget how long ago, maybe a week, 2 weeks ago. She had a community post up. Hi, Wyoming. She had a community post up about Sharon V. Now she had her last name blurred. Good reason. She didn't want to dox anybody. So I sent her an email asking for receipts. Asking, okay, I like to read the whole enchilada. Hey, Shelly, how are you tonight? I asked her for I asked her, can you send me the whole thing so I could read it? Because she only had the first page or something up. And she ghosted me. She never returned my email. And then the second time, I was inquiring because I got a little antsy in Jamie's chat one night because Survivor Girl came into Jamie's chat. I didn't know exactly what was going on here. So I emailed Tiffany and asked her, what's going on, Tiffany? And I never got, and she ghosted me again. So I knew from that something was going on. Well, she's known to ghost Jamie for periods of time, so I didn't think, oh, it's. In my community post last night, not my community post, my comments on Tiffany's channel, I said, poor Jamie, shame on you. That was actually ironic because some of these idiots over at the other side. Hey, Auntie, welcome. Some of these idiots were actually taking it as a slur towards Jamie, and I was like, what? Why would they be taking that as a message of support for Tiffany? I wasn't supporting Tiffany. I was telling her to shame on you. Poor Jamie. Hey, Mr. Kim. I was telling Tiffany, stop lying. I don't believe you. And then guess who decides to comment under my comment? Lufa. Hey, voices. Yeah, this is utterly ridiculous. I saw everything last night, all the receipts. So we're gonna real quick take a little field trip over to Tiffany's channel, real quick. So hold on, I don't have it open. And you're gonna see some of the things that she's posting. Hold on. I'll probably be banned after tonight, and I don't really give a crap about it. I'm really done with Tiff. Oh, now she posted another wow. You got to see this, everybody. Hey, be good. No big loss, Shelly. No big loss. All right, we're gonna go over. And this is pretty shocking in a way, you know, so let's look at this baby. Now she's trying to his full name. Everyone can see this. Here we go. So this is Jamie talking, everybody. This is probably another one of their fights. So, and she's posting it. So, ever have an idea copied? Judging from your actions, it would seem like that's the case. Let me give you some advice on this one. Walk away from this. You're just going to end up getting your ego bruised and humiliation because you'll find the law does not help people who do fan art. If it's an original work, you might have a case, but you blatantly used the breaking bad IP in your work. That's like the no-no of commercial design when it comes to doing art based on pop culture. What's the tip? What's the point? Please. So because you accused him of not having an original idea and he copied something, doesn't make you right, honey. So he's now saying, okay, this is the background. To be clear, you have no basis to sue me. at all since you do not own the Breaking Pad and Back to the Future IPs. Go try your scare tactics on someone who doesn't know any better, asshole. I'm fighting the red bubble action you took. And if you try to take legal action, I will get owners of, and it cuts off. Blatantly used. So she posted this crap trying to show something. This is a. Let me play a video for you, Tiff. Okay, hon?
There's no such person.
Hey, now I want you to uncross your arms and listen to me carefully. This crap that you gave me is not evidence.
She wanted...
And Tiffany, this is a so what? All right. So you're posting this now? It is petty, Spirit. The whole thing is petty, and she has to keep this whole crap up. And that is a fail. Which, Nicole, a lot of people do know his last name. And that is a failure. Hasn't everyone, Mr. Kim, got into an argument with somebody on here? Yeah, she's grasping at anything at the moment. Oh. Oh, now she wants to explain the phone call. All right. So the phone call was recorded on December 4th, or around there, over 2 months ago. Anything going on with Lycan has ended 2 weeks prior to that. That contact was initiated because I've been ghosting him. I understand emotions were high and I seemed to be out of control. There was concern for children. None of these kids were home, and I would never behave that way in front of them. In defense of my behavior, listening to two people be dishonest about details and essentially set me up when A, both relationships were over, and B, both of them knew each other about each other and had known. You have to understand the mind fuck of the situation it was. Since then, obviously things have calmed down, have been discussed, and have moved on from that day. I am not aware of any children being privy to this community of what is said. I monitor my son's internet use, so he's definitely not aware of any of these things being played. When presented with a scenario like this, I would like that way. I always use discernment and logic. I'll disagree with you, Tiffany. However, I don't, so I can't judge those who aren't. To point out the obvious, Jamie and I have been split up since late November. He did this to me because he felt insulted by the fact that I didn't block someone and poke fun at his Chucky Charm shirt, period. That was revenge that was leveraged over my head since the day of that call. Then played for everyone with malicious intent to harm my reputation and turn people against me online, essentially affecting me in numerous ways that are completely reasonable to be considered for litigation. It wouldn't be hard to prove any of my articles of malice. Kim, I'm going to suggest you take a seat right about now. I've already spoken to an attorney and they agree. Really? Tiffany? For some reason, I don't believe you here. I don't need to sell my story to lost people online. I'd rather save it for more productive endeavors. Then why are you on here telling your story? So she's okay. Now, to the other clowns that hopped on panel last night, I don't waste my breath. I won't waste my breath. Oh, that's nice, Tiff. And in before you claim I slandered his business, first of all, I never mentioned any names in my video. Secondly, I'm just going to leave this right here. So now she's using Little Peanut. Wow. I like peanuts, Tiffany. Everyone in this chat probably likes peanuts too. So Little Peanut and his internet circus only have a mediocre at best reach online. In my life, it falls short. Aw, Tiff. So this is December 7th. So Tiff, if you don't call me, I'm gonna just tell the truth about everything. And Tiffany, what's this supposed to show? Really?
There's no such person.
Hey, now I want you to uncross your arms and listen to me carefully. This crap that you gave me is not evidence.
It's not evidence. This could mean anything, Tiffany. Anything. She is too good. Jamie is too good for gutter trash like that. I know, right, Richie Nicole? How is she going to get an attorney with no money and Jeff controls the wallet? This doesn't make any sense, what she's saying. Jeff claims she does drugs, so I know, right, Spirit? Oh, I love that one, Richie Nicole. Don't pee on our leg and tell us it's raining. You know, it's... Yeah, this doesn't mean anything. You know, everybody? Okay, so here's last night's. This is the one I commented on. So this was when Jamie was live. So she's saying, glad I was able to provide you with tonight's entertainment. Hope this never happens to any of you. No one deserves this. No one. Excuse me, Tiffany? No one was bullying you last night. Everyone saw the receipts. You were getting people banned because you had a problem with them. I remember used to tell people, "Oh, I'm Jamie's favorite co-host," and then you're on tape using the F word so many times. So what is it, Tiffany? What is it? Shall we? Oh, here's a one. Oh, here's Tiffany giving hearts. Oh, there's one of Granny's subs. May I ask if Jeff consented to being recorded? Oh, what a smart. Oh, please. You're a dipshit, judge and jury. Oh, here's some more crap. Oh, Sabrina Speakeasy? Way to go, hon. So let me read Sabrina Speakeasy's comment here. Tiffany, that wasn't entertaining at all, and it shouldn't embarrass you. But it should shock you out of staying out of the situation. What I know from witnessing DV in a parent's marriage is that it's a two-way street. If you need help leaving, there are resources, and I'm happy to help you find them. My email is in my About section. Sweetie, I want you to know that at 43, I still have sleep anxiety from being party to fights like that in my home. When my kids were infants, every night feeding gave me full-blown anxiety attack because of how I often woken to screaming like that. Do not continue to do this to those kids. I do not judge you for being stuck in that situation, but please take everyone's offer and get the fuck off. Sending love and strength, and my offer stands. So, Sabrina, I'm gonna say this. I agree with you. It's a toxic relationship, and Tiffany sounded like the abuser at that end. All right. I don't know. We don't have crystal balls here. We don't have But yes, there are resources that especially in California, that would help her get out of that situation. And I applaud you for at least taking that route. Just in case it's a two-way abuse relationship. Okay, they're both abusers and they abuse each other. Because that is one possibility, but from what I've heard on the one tape, I only see Tiffany being the abuser, so I'm just going by the receipts I'm seeing. So like and enjoys abusing women? What? Really? Guess what finger I'm holding up? Oh, here's Scotty. Here's Scotty. All these flying monkeys out here trying to defend his actions need to take a long walk off a short pier. He isn't a victim. He's a spoiled little brat with mommy issues. Really, Scotty? You're taking cues from Mrs. P now? Now we're going to go to this comment. Now this is Paula. Oh, here's Lindsay. Great job, Lindsay. The cheese stands alone. Aw, I got banned. Aw. No big loss. Here's AJ inserting herself. So here we go, you know. Absolutely, Auntie. Absolutely. Hey, MKB. Jamie never abused women. I never seen proof of it. I never seen a police report. I never seen a damn thing. So if anyone wants to come up and express how they feel, or feel free. This is an open panel tonight, so yeah, she's. Let me see. Okay, there's more on. Oh, I'm seeing more on here. Okay. Okay, she has another one up. Okay, let's take a look at that one. Yikes. She just can't okay, so this is the one where Jamie explained the police thing, because Jamie, okay, because Tiffany decides to lie about Jeff, calling him an abuser and psychopath, and calls him this gay guy that she sleeps with, and puts things in Jamie's head. And when she didn't come back to the hotel or whatever for hours and hours and hours and hours, Jamie got actually worried about her and did a welfare check. Yeah, so now she's bringing this up, which Jamie already explained last night. Yeah, Tiffany, that's actually on you because of your lies. So Tiffany's saying, I cannot deal with this shit. Please don't contact him anymore, please. So Jamie's saying, I won't. or Tiffany or the police. Glad you had fun tonight. I don't know what I'm going to do. Now she has something blacked out. And then she says, please don't talk to him anymore, please. And then Jamie says, okay. So so this is what she's talking about. She's talking about, really, Tiffany? Okay, buddy, your rule. So you're not getting the sarcasm in that video. Hey, Sarah. Hey, Boots Mama. So she doesn't get the sarcasm of this. This was Angela. And he was playing devil's advocate here and saying, well, you go real life, you do this, you preach against this, and this, but you don't practice what you preach, right? So he's giving a satirical or making an argument in a video towards Angela. So now Tiffany's using that. Okay, buddy, your rule. Give me a break, Tiffany. Okay. Is it okay to contact people in someone's real life and record it and threaten them with it? So I was listening to Jamie last night and I actually voted in this. So Tiffany, if you're listening, I actually voted Jamie could do whatever he wants. He's the victim. Just yeah. I'm just showing you how some of us voted. So if anyone gets the chance, go over and vote on Tiffany's little poll here and vote this way. Yeah. So now he shares. So here's the Tiffany one of his streams on Tiffany. I think this was a month ago that he unprivated. So I recommend everyone rewatches this. So now you're calling Jamie transgender. Jamie is a female trapped in a boy's body. What? What is wrong with you? Yikes. Absolutely, Wyoming. Watch the one from last night, too. It's very enlightening. It's very, very enlightening. This is in no way excusing Granny's behavior, AJ's behavior, CJ's behavior, Angela's behavior, or any of those other nuts over there. Or Brutally Lauren's behavior, or Scotty's behavior. Yeah, I'm calling them out too. Yeah, this didn't age well. More slander. More and more slander. You go along with their narrative. What? So you're taking something. So now you're grasping at straws, Tiffany. And Tiffany? Okay, so here's that audio file that supposedly Jamie was holding over her head. Bullshit. Yeah, I don't buy that either. Why wouldn't Tiffany just push the live button and talk about that? If she did that, everybody, she would have nothing. Jamie would have nothing on her, supposedly. But so that audio file, I think, was the one that was played last night, everybody. The one with Tiffany screaming and yelling the F word for gay people, the homophobic slurs, and all that other nasty language we heard last night. Screaming at Jeff, calling him every name in the book. Questioning Jeff and getting to the truth here. Oh, here we go. Here's a gem. You're aligning with GLM now. Okay, I'm dropping that audio. Does everyone know who GLM is? Does everyone remember from Robbie's who GLM is? Anybody? Okay, I'm just wondering if anyone in the chat's familiar with it. GLM is the person who went after Robbie, threatening him, calling him anti-gay slurs, which is totally unacceptable, and then threatened him with Black Lives Matter, threatening him harm. Everybody? I seen the nasty audio. I emailed Robbie for the proof. And she did say the things that Robbie claimed she said. And guess what? She got her channel shut down for it. Yes. So Tiffany's going over to GLM now too, begging for support. What the hell is going on here with her? She's going to everyone that hates the LGBT community. I remember that I forget this person's name in Jamie's chat last night, but he even accused Jamie when he went to see Tiffany of sleeping with Jeff, even. And that's total BS. That's total garbage. That doesn't even make sense. Why would Jamie take a plane to California, go meet Tiffany, and then go over to Tiffany's house to sleep with Jeff? It does make sense. Another example of BS and homophobic crap spewed by Tiffany. Yeah, for Michelle K. First we had Mrs. P using this language. Now we have Tiffany using it too, like it's no big deal. It's getting to the point where some of these creators are it's becoming socially acceptable. It's not. Absolutely, Michelle K. You could hear the hate in her voice too. You could hear the hate in Mrs. P's voice when she's saying it. Absolutely, asshole. When you thought it couldn't get any crazier, Tiffany takes the stage. And then she aligns herself with this GLM chick who doesn't, that not only makes it doesn't just make anti-Semitic slurs and let me rephrase that, homophobic slurs, but aligns herself with someone who makes threats to harm people on here. Why? Because Robbie's friends with someone that GLM doesn't get along with. No morals there, right? Yeah, I changed my opinion on Tiffany now too. It's been a long process through this whole thing. I heard things behind the scenes about her. I just took the information and kept my eyes open. Right, everybody? I gave her a chance. I kept my mouth shut. She started making slurs she started acting up, backstabbing Sarah. That wasn't right either. I at least spoke up on that because Sarah did nothing wrong. Then I'm finding out it wasn't just Sarah, she was doing it too. Then we're learning that while she's aligning herself with GLM and all them, she's sending Jamie, I love you. Real classy, Tiff. Real classy. Now let's see what else she has. Her so-called proof. Aw. So now here's a little clip back. Sometimes you got to become a monster to get people to respect you. So since this is clipped, the little picture here, it's probably being taken out of context, everybody. Yeah. So we're going to just scroll down here. Oh, so now they're accusing Jamie. Am I reading this right, everybody? Are they accusing Jamie now of calling CPS on Tiffany? She's using she as a moniker, but anyone who sees this woman appear in chats in your community knows she's a predator who weapons CPS against parents. She made horrendous claims about me that resulted in a month-long CPS intrusive investigation and traumatized my child horribly. She's a monster. Thank you, Lisa. Oh, she might be talking about Penny Bunny. Okay. I'm not sure what the hell she's talking about. Yeah, I just noticed that, so I'm probably reading it wrong. So it says she. So it's probably the one on the screen here. It says Penny Bunny, and it's thanking Lisa. So yeah, I had an issue with her doing Sarah wrong. Okay, and all right. Okay, she's funny. Okay, here's a good meme, and it would be perfect if she took this advice. The best revenge is no revenge. Move on, be happy. Take the advice, Tiff. Take this advice. We're very disappointed in you, by the way. Okay, let's get to the next one. Word back. So she's saying, I didn't lie, Sharon, but you did. What? So now she's posting Sharon's criminal record. Okay. What is that supposed to prove, Tiff? Now, I'm going to be honest with everybody. Sharon V is on felony probation because I've seen one of her so-called posts, Tiff's posts. She is on felony probation. She does have a lengthy record. This is true. I listened to some of her streams. I didn't watch much of it. It was like maybe 15 minutes, 10 minutes here and there. And Sharon V, to me, looks like she's on something. She hits the live button. And she looks high and hyper. I'm just giving you my honest opinion on it. It could be something else. I don't know. I don't know her. I don't watch her. Some of her crap doesn't even interest me, to be honest with you. I was just trying to get what Tiff was whining about. the Barbie doll crap. So now she's posting Sharon's criminal record. So let's just click on this real quick to see.
You're incompetent. You're nothing. You're a nobody. You are. You're a whore. Nasty videos. Everybody.
Okay, so now we're seeing Sharon V here. And let's get to the point. So for actors. Okay. All right, Tiff. So this is in South Dakota. Oh, now here's her criminal record. All right, I was right on this. All right. So Tiffany's looking people up now. Congratulations, you're going. So this is Sharon V's criminal record. Drugs, cruelty to animals. Doxing, Sharon V. Wow. You see, she's not as innocent as she claims she is. And now that's her. So now she's looking up what is a warrant. So failing to appear as promised is underlined, or failing to pay a fine. Okay, Tiff, whatever. I know, right? What you Nicole? But yeah, this is showing her looking up people that she's having fights with. Looking up her criminal records. Along with her other crap. And now she's crying, I'm innocent, everybody. I don't do anything wrong. What a load of garbage, you know? She's not. So now she's calling her a liar, which she's not one to talk. So apparently by this record, it's as long as denial. But apparently Jeff says that she does the same shit. Y'all heard the tape? Yikes. Oh, here we go. Here's a 5 days ago. She's saying they'll never see me coming. I wonder what that's supposed to mean, Tiff. What's so funny, Tiff? Maybe that's the point of the Barbie dolls, to be honest with you. The Barbie dolls on their streams. They're trying to say she's fake as Barbie. I never knew that, Sarah. She did a background check on you? Why? Wow. You know, Sarah, yeah, but from what I'm hearing, Sarah, she didn't want to go visit Jamie. She didn't want to go visit Jamie. She kept putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. And acting weird on everybody. So it was like concerning. And then she finally Jamie in California. Oh, hi, Shan. Yeah, Shan, this is where the party is tonight. So she doesn't really have a sense of humor. Anyway, so hey, Kayla. I know. I try to make sense of these, but can't even make that. It's it's like when Nancy Grace was on the air. I'm gonna give you what she said. She said when she was a prosecutor for all those years, she'd see all these heinous crimes being committed, and she would ask people why. She would always wonder why people would kill somebody or burn a house down or do something heinous or rape someone or do something that bad. But at the end of the but what she learned, she wanted to know why. But sometimes but over time she says, I don't care why. It's they're crazy. They do this. They have to go to jail sometimes. Yeah, but drugs sometimes, Sarah, can mimic the symptoms of psychopathy. That's what Dr. Drew said. I know. Wow. Which, Nicole, I see that relationship over, to be honest with you. Them two just don't get along. And I don't think he's innocent either. I'm just being honest. But I think he's the better of the bunch, the better one of the bunch. Yeah, this is why yeah. Tiffany conned a lot of people on here. She pretended to be nice. She pretended to be someone she wasn't. And yeah, a lot of people are disappointed in her. I understand people are very, very angry or disappointed or whatever feeling that they are. But Sarah, the point, but here's the thing now. She's over at Granny's watching. She's over at AJ. So I don't think this is over. Or GLM's channel. Or the other creeps on here. She's going over there to be relevant again. This is the issue. Oh, in her mind, Jamie don't want me. I'll show him. I can't use him for his money. That's my concern, Michelle K. This is why I did this stream too. I wanted people to be able to hear that are have something to say, because I don't want people going over to Tiffany's anymore and antagonizing her. I was hoping at this point we can just ignore her, right? And yeah, I don't think we should be responding to her anymore, Sarah. Yeah, I'm trying to stop this from escalating, Sarah. What can we do here to prevent this from escalating? You know, she already went over to the troublemakers, the psychos of this area of YouTube. Yeah, but AJ, everyone sees AJ. Look at how obsessed she is. She went real life on Robbie. She probably didn't even use her real name to go to court with either. She even admitted it on a community post. I have that on one of my videos. She said, "You only see that name on my birth certificate." Yeah, this is how it works with you, Nicole. These creeps from Granny's, CJ's, Scotty's, they're trying to goat her to keep it going. It's the same thing with Mrs. P, actually. I'd prefer people just ignore her, but people don't listen and they continue to antagonize her. It's the same thing with Tiff. I'd rather people just don't go over there and antagonize her and make it worse. Just ignore her. And I agree with you, Sarah, on that. You're getting a truth bomb on that one, because I don't think she ever cared for him. Let's put this in perspective, really. She's in a house, right? Sleeping with the man in a relationship for 8 years. Granted, the relationship's toxic. And then she reaches out to men on the internet, either to get her channel going or to cheat on her boyfriend or whatever you want to call it. And then when she don't get anything of value anymore, she waves bye-bye. Yes, Sarah, I'm proud of Jamie. He actually spoke out about the abuse. A lot of these men just get embarrassed and they just sit there and hide it. Yeah, I just don't know how we should, as a community, deal with this. in the long run. I agree with you, Nicole. Because the goal here is to come up with a peace plan or for some type of peace, even though she decided to take the low road and Tiffany decided to bottom feed. Yeah. Michelle K., you have a point there. Hey, Spooky, how are you tonight? Yeah, it's just so disappointing. Oh, hi, Sarah.
Hey, brutally honest, how are you?
I'm good.
I was coming off like in the chat. I hope I wasn't coming off like it seemed like I was coming off aggressive. I wasn't meaning to sound like that.
You're just fine.
I appreciate what you're trying to do, and you're saying how do we, prevent this from escalating. The way you prevent it from escalating is literally don't talk about it. And I know everybody has a right to free speech. Everybody has a right to react
Their opinion.
to it. Of course they do. However, according to all reports, and I mean all reports, basically, she does not stop. She, her goal is basically just to create chaos. And now that she's exposed, all we can do is just ignore, because there's nothing more to say. She's exposed, period. There you go.
Yeah. And that was and last night I was like, my jaw was dropping. I was like, this is worse than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
This was like 10 times worse. I knew when some of the screens that were coming up, I said, I knew that, but it was like 10 times worse.
Yeah. And she, according to everything, she's just a nightmare. She's just a terrible person, worse than Granny, believe it or not, from what I'm hearing. And I believe it. So, yeah. So you're saying, how do we prevent this from being a Granny situation? Well, for all intents and purposes, it already is, really, if you want to look at it like that. And so how do you prevent a Granny situation from getting even worse? Like I said, you just ignore. You know what I mean? You just you move forward. And that's what I was saying in the chat. And I didn't want to come off negative, and I didn't want to come off like I was like putting you down or saying that people didn't have the right to their opinions, or people just shouldn't know. Don't.
Oh no, you have the right to your opinion. I wasn't
saying that. I was just saying, what is a workable solution for the situation that's a shit situation, because it's a shit person, right? What do? You do nothing. You know what I mean? You acknowledge and move on, right? And so in this stream, you're acknowledging, and that's fine. But the question of how to not escalate it is to not talk about it at all. It's exposed, and and move on. The call took place on December 4th, correct? I mean, the one issue I would take with Jamie, and Jamie's been through a lot. The last thing I want to do is add to that. However, can I make one point to my co-creator, my wonderful, talented, amazing co-creator?
Make whatever point you need to.
My point is that call happened on December 4th. So on December 4th, he knew that she was sleeping with Jeff. So why the fuck did he entertain her for a day after that? That's my only question. And that's just a question that I'm just going to let hang in the air. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I have to say about anything Jamie did, quote, wrong is allowing that to go on after he knew, right? So. And I get it, guys. I get it. Love is blind, and he was lied to, and I get it, and I sympathize and I empathize, all the way home. I do. However, he does have some responsibility after he knew that information to, to not have her around our group, right?
We have with Mrs. Because the thing we have with the problem we have with Mrs. P is you ignore her, she goes nuts. You give her attention, she goes nuts. It's like a no-win situation.
But here's the thing, and actually that's
You
an
get what I'm
excellent
saying?
example. Yes, and that's an excellent example of what you're saying is so you take Mrs. P, you ignore her, she goes nuts, you respond, she goes nuts. So the right thing to do with Mrs. P is to ignore her. Why? Because then you're not responsible in any way for her going nuts. Because if you respond to her, you did have some hand in her going nuts, whether you want to deny it or not. You know what I'm saying? Like you were part of that back and forth. You know what I mean? Like you were part of that back and forth. You were part of that response. You were part of getting her worked up, if you will, even if you didn't mean to.
Okay,
even if you're just
that makes
responding,
sense.
because it's feeding into the fire. And as far as I'm concerned, this whole thing with Tiffany, there is no more fire. The bad seed is out. The bad times were when we were walking in deception. You know what I mean? And I'm sorry for what Jamie went through with her, and I'm sorry he was lied to, and all that. But yeah, that was the bad times. Now that that's exposed and that person's out, of course, Jamie's heart has to heal, and people have to heal from being deceived by this person. But after that, this is happy time. You know what I mean? Sad time is when we're fooled. Sad time is when I'm blocked, right? Happy time is after the bad stuff's exposed, we move on, and we move on to better and brighter topics. When she first came around, she started showing these streams on Jamie's channel. I couldn't even find the stream. I mean, I haven't looked. Maybe I could if I looked for it. But there were these parents that were taking their kids to a hospital. They were like terrorizing him and abusing him, and it was almost like she was getting pleasure out of watching these people abuse their kid. It was very weird. And now that person, that bad seed is out of the group, and that's good. That's a positive. The bad energy's gone, right?
Correct.
So this is happy time. Sad time was before now. So now we're in happy time. Now we don't have to worry about that, right? Let her post all the old flipping like screenshots she's got. Ain't gonna change anything. Ain't gonna change our friendships. Ain't gonna change a damn thing. And
it isn't going to change anything from what I heard last night.
Yeah. And it really sucks that that Jamie had to go through that. He didn't deserve that. And
nope.
It is what it is, right?
You didn't deserve it.
Oh.
I'm just very disappointed that
Michelle
she came
says,
in, lied, manipulated everyone.
Can I address Michelle? Because I'm sure she thinks I'm a terrible person. So when you grow friendly or close with somebody, and then you find out they are a terrible person, you're just supposed to shut up and not talk about it with anybody else. On YouTube, Michelle, you're supposed to just expose it and then move on, not talk about it for the next millennium, right? You're supposed to expose it, which we did. And then, like I said, move on, unless you want to have a granny situation in which you're going back and forth with the same person for a year. There's nothing to go back and forth with this person. This person is exposed as a complete fraud and a liar, period. We don't need to make it worse for ourselves by getting into a scuffle with her. And we don't need to make it worse for Jamie by dragging it out with her. Do you guys understand that? And think about that. It makes it worse for him when you carry this on. Let him heal. Let him get over this.
Patty, Tiffany didn't have a wrench over there for a long time, for months now.
Thank you, David. At least some people are understanding what I'm saying. I'm giving tough love. I'm not trying to be a bitch.
I have no problem with you, Sarah. I like you.
Thank you, brutally honest. I've I've been around a long time around these YouTube streets, and I see, where these things go, and her
I've seen a lot of I've seen a lot too, and it's like I see this granny screaming Lysol. fungi, and I said,
Yeah.
she keeps it going.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So that's my best advice, and I just wanted to come up here and explain it because I don't. Sometimes it's hard to explain things well in the chat when you're writing. But yeah, so she's exposed. She is gone,
Hey, Amber.
and as if on cue, Queen Amber is in, and we're all good. That's right, Shannon. I am. Shannon's an OG.
Yeah, everyone loves Sarah.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Amber. It's, it was his relationship. He did love her. She did lie to him. She did hurt him terribly. And, we can all relate to being hurt, right? So just, keep that in mind when you guys are, commenting or refraining from commenting and and all that it was something that affected him in his real life, and it is something that affected his heart, and he does need to heal. So I hope you guys can just support that.
Yeah, he does need to heal, and my heart goes out to him. You know,
Hmm. Yeah.
this isn't
Yeah.
easy.
No, no, and maybe
But
it's
everyone in this community got caught up in her web, and there's
Mhm.
feelings that go along with that too.
Sure. And it's not, and I understand that it's not just Jamie. This is a community. It's a group of people, and it's a group of people who were lied to and deceived. But yeah, it just it is what it is.
Yeah, I just went over to her channel yesterday, said my piece, and I'm done.
Mhm.
After tonight, unless she
Good,
wants to do
good.
something really, really.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing more to say.
Yeah, there's nothing more to say.
Yeah.
Really. We
I
just want to
mean,
say our piece here and give our opinions and
yeah.
say our goodbyes to Tiff.
Mhm. Yeah, exactly, Amber. It antagonizes her, and it but it hurts him. You know what I mean? It's a reminder to him.
Right.
So it's the people in his community that are going over to her channel making little comments, and I see them, and some of them are funny. I'll give you guys that. We're a funny group. Um, just bear in mind,
Yeah.
it maybe stop doing that. Maybe stop any kind of contact would be my advice. If you guys truly
Yeah. I'd recommend
do
no
want,
contact with Tiff.
yeah, if you do want to support Jamie, and you do care, and you do care about the group, I would say that's the best. So yeah, exactly
Yes,
what
he
you
does have a
Nicole.
heart of gold, Eddie.
Yeah, Patty, that is correct. And I was going to say that's one of the reasons I think it took so long for him to expose what he really already knew, um, is that he didn't want to believe it. He didn't want it. He didn't want to think that you know that she was anything different than what she had portrayed to him, and she was obviously very different than what she had portrayed to him. So that's all I have to say about that. I will never speak on this publicly again, hopefully privately either. So thanks for having me up here. I will go back
Right.
down
I
into
hope
the
it
chat.
works out that way too.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just
Absolutely.
hope that she just goes away. That's just
Mhm.
my hope.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, like, the thing, if people want other people to go away, the thing that makes them not go away is carrying on a back and forth, or carrying on a beef. It's like, what beef? You know what I'm saying? There's no beef.
Yeah, it's like I don't want to, because I don't really hate people. You know,
Mhm.
it's like I'll get aggravated.
Yeah, and
But
it's
with
not
some of
about
these
hate. You
people,
just
these like AJ and all that, they just can't let
Mhm.
go of it. They just can't let
But
go, and
that's
they keep going and going and going.
but
And
that's why that's what I'm saying. Let them be the ones that keep going. You be the one that drops the rope,
right,
right? Don't give them anything to go on. Don't
right,
give them any reaction. Because as long as you're giving a reaction, I'm not talking about the stream. I don't want anybody to think I'm saying, oh, you shouldn't have done the stream. You're giving your reaction. But it's like after this tonight, right? As long as you're
right,
giving a reaction, you're justifying their behavior. Like you know what I mean? It's like, remember when Mrs. Portland was complaining that she was being stalked, and we were all saying, "Oh yeah, you're sending those emails to yourself. Sure, Mrs. Portland. Sure, you're being harassed. Right, right, right. Remember that?" And it turns out that lo and behold,
right.
she was receiving emails. Well, how did that make us look? Pretty stupid, right? It also it made her right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she was no longer the quote crazy lady. She was the one saying what was happening, right? And so it's the same thing with this. You know what I mean? It's like let them be the ones that go on and on. Let them post about us for the next 10 years. We know what's going on. And as long as, you know, she's out of the group, she's, you know, and she's gone now. That's the most important thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So does anybody else want to come up? Amber, would you like to come up? Right, asshole. Well, you know, asshole, ironically, none of those people are monetized. So they can she can scream over there on all their non-monetized channels. I guess they can get donations. Hmm. I mean, and if Tiffany wants to waste her time, you know, yelling about us for the next whatever 10 years, let her waste her life. You know what I'm saying? All I'm trying to do, asshole, Nicole, Amber, Patty, Shannon, all I'm trying to do is to get you guys to understand that we don't win by responding to her attempts to bait us. That's what she wants. Okay. We don't win with that. She's already been exposed, and it hurts Jamie. So,
Just had to take someone out. Just got a
oh,
threat.
you're kidding. Did you get a screenshot?
You see it in chat.
Oh, there it
Going to
is.
get one when I'm done. You see it?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Well,
Sad
I'm
people that
going to,
just can't respect other people's opinions.
yep. Well, I'm going to jump off here. I'm going to go back into the chat.
Yeah, and
Thanks
I'm
for
about to
having me up.
end anyway. So,
Well,
okay. Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. Until next time, thank you for coming. Good night, everybody.